And welcome to Tonawanda for an edition of Monsignor Martin Girls Basketball at Western New York Athletics. It is a big-time matchup. The Cardinal O'Hara Lady Hawks welcoming in the St. Mary's of Lancaster Lancers. Our sponsors tonight, Logistics Plus of Buffalo, Comdoc, a Xerox company, Pure Water of Western and Central New York, Binghamton University, Damon University, G&G Fitness, Dan Chacha Injury Attorneys, and Quantum Conditioning and Wellness. Athletic development for all sports, youth to pro, the premier training facility in New York, specializing in collision and pro techniques, UCW, for when you're finally serious. Well, the big teams bring out the big ceremonies. You're looking at Cardinal O'Hara coming into this big-time matchup against rival St. Mary's of Lancaster Lancers. Joe Kraus, Tom Prince with you on the call. And Tom, it is electrifying inside this gym. The Lady Hawks, the Lancers, they're ready to go once again.
Well, check out on social media later tonight. We'll be putting out that ring ceremony as Cardinal O'Hara delivered out the rings for their championship of last year. 10 out of 11, but what an entrance that we're seeing right now. You've got the Undertaker's music playing. They're saying rest in peace is what they're saying. That's what they're going to try to do to, again, have another winning season and go after another championship. In their way is right now St. Mary's former coach over there, freshman sensation over there. We got a game. We got stars. This one's big.
This is a big one indeed, Tom, and we just mentioned the long-time history. Cardinal O'Hara, dating back to 2008, is 30-8 against St. Mary's. They've won 16 straight against the Lancers. It's been a whopping 6 years since the Lancers last defeated O'Hara. It came in this exact gym, January 9, 2019, a 67-53 victory. You just mentioned the freshman sensation, Mila Bissett, number 2 on the court, approaching 1,300 career points. Right next to on the court, Kyla Hayes, number 12, we mentioned, needs 20 points to move to 9th all-time in scoring. And away we go. We thank you all for joining us at Western New York Athletics. This is Macy Kovac, who turns, and the first shot of the day won't go. And it's tracked down by the Lancers. Cameron won it, and a steal for the aforementioned Kyla Hayes.
Off to St. John's University. Can you imagine the first time she gets to play in Madison Square Garden? You're going from a high school gym to Madison Square Garden, the mecca of basketball.
And right on cue, Kyla Hayes goes inside for the first bucket of the game.
She really is. She's really taken her game to a new level. You can see she could play almost every position on the floor right now for her team, which is going to get her ready to play at the next level.
Alana McGriff, one of the returnees from last year's championship team. Then a loose ball. Bissett with the outlet, 3-ball in the way, won't go for the Lancers. And Bissett tracks down the board. The freshman scans the floor. She looks right, bounce pass inside to Wannet. She turns for the jumper. Too much on the glass, a board for Michaela Biles.
Wannet didn't realize how open she was. She could have taken a couple more steps into the paint.
Then Kyla Hayes, too strong. She gets her board and good. Pair of buckets to start this contest for Kyla Hayes and O'Hara.
Right now, size advantage has to go to Cardinal O'Hara. But if you've got somebody like Hayes, it's going to get 2-3 chance opportunities. She's going to keep putting points up on the board.
Reagan LaCotte, a bounce pass inside. Jana Mouchot kicks it back out to LaCotte. Too strong on the board. It's tipped back out. Good offensive board for the Lancers. Corner 3 on the way. It is good. Cameron Wannet knocks it down for the Lancers.
Big shot right there, because you really don't want to start going down big at home when you've got all this momentum on your side, especially when you witness right now them to be able to get their rings out on the court. You can see emotions are high right now in this gym, especially for Cardinal O'Hara.
Naima Blair, one of the newcomers, former player at Depew, goes to the left side and draws the contact. The senior will go to the line.
She, for the last couple years, unsung hero. I love saying that about this young woman. She really has been the glue that has done so many things for this Cardinal O'Hara team and may not get the full recognition that she truly deserves.
First shot won't go for Blair. She had many big-time plays the last time we had a chance to see these Lady Hawks against North Tonawanda last month at the Public-Private Showcase. in December as Blair goes 1 of 2 at the line. Lancers trying to go against the pressure they can't to steal for Kyla Hayes. Down the floor, the pass inside, and it's good. A layup inside, making the big-time play, Alana McGriff. 7-3 O'Hara in front of St. Mary's. 2.5 into this contest as Mila Bissett draws the contact. Foul on the floor. St. Mary's winners of 5 of their last 7. As Lacotte inside. A little cleanup move shot with a brief touch, and now it's Kyla Hayes. Hayes up the floor, finds her open teammate. Bounce pass inside, Hayes puts up the shot. It won't go against 3 Lancer defenders. She somehow gets the ball, and Kyla Hayes still going to work. Now at 6 points in this contest.
You cannot teach tenacity like that. She just never gave up on putting points up on the board.
And then Mila Bissett with a missile from downtown, getting on the score sheet for the first time. And it's now 9-6 O'Hara. Stoppage of play due to fixing the netting. It's back down to a 3-point game. Full court pressure from the Lancers. Knocked out of bounds by Lacotte. Lancers, as we said, have won 5 of their last 7. They are coming off back-to-back losses, a 12-point loss to Star Point, and then a 7-point loss to Aquinas out of Section 5 earlier this week. But 12-5 on the year for first-year head coach Kelly McCauley. There's a steal for Moonshot. Through the traffic, she recovers, and that double dribble is called.
Joe, we just got breaking news from ESPN that we're going to be able to have a chance to talk about here. It affects some of these young women that are about to go to college, especially Kyla Hayes, that's going to be Division I, and you're talking about NIL money right now. Very interesting information just came out. A little bit of teaser we'll talk about when we can.
And a timeout from Cardinal O'Hara. As our timeouts are brought to you by Dan Cha-Cha Injury Attorneys with 4:40 left in the first quarter.
So the breaking news that just came out, it literally just came through ESPN. The Department of Education memo says Title IX law applies to direct payments to college athletes. So that is going to come into play when you're talking about these NIL deals moving forward. That just got released, may change the entire landscape of NIL, because you've heard about some of these football players and what they're making out there. That now has to be applied to the girls' game. This is going to get very interesting to see how that applies clear forward through all the sports moving forward.
O'Hara out of the timeout. This is Kyla Hayes. Handoff. Now McGriff to the back door with Hayes. Hayes goes up inside. It's good. Right side layup counted for Hayes. Now with 8 of O'Hara's 11. 11-6 O'Hara approaching the halfway point of quarter number 1. Now Bissett. Up top. Goes right. Fires another 3. Too strong this time. And a board for Hayes. A lot of pressure from Moonshot though. But Hayes tracks it down. Ball to the corner. Shot on the way to the corner. It won't go offline. And then a foul in transition against O'Hara.
Hayes already with 8 points in this game. Every single one of those points are right at the rim. She's getting everything down low, and she's getting access down low. St. Mary's has got to figure out a way to keep her out of the paint a little bit to stop some of the scoring, because if she's going to get down that low all night, it's going to be constant points for her.
Move shot. Back inside. They kicked out to the wing. Lacotte turns. 10 on the shot clock for the Lancers. Bissett through the defense. Kicks out to the corner. Shot on the way for Lacotte, and she knocks it down in the corner. The sophomore with her first 3.
In fact, St. Mary's hasn't had a 2-point score yet. Everything's been a 3-pointer.
And in the contest we saw from the Lancers, Tom, against Williamsville South, the Lancers had 12 as O'Hara responds with Michaela Biles on the wing from downtown. First 3-pointer of the game for the Hawks, but back inside to Juan. It's denied by Hayes. O'Hara in transition. This is Biles. Biles with the open space and good to go. Michaela Biles now with 5, and the lead is up to 7 for the Hawks. The set against the double team. Now move shot crosses off the shoe of McGriff.
Definitely the start that Cardinal O'Hara wanted to get off to right here. Early on, though, St. Mary's has got the three-point land. They got to figure out a way to get some easier buckets down in the paint. If you rely on the 3 all game, you know as well as I do, it goes dry at one point.
Offensive board kicked out to Macy Kovac, and she knocks it down from beyond the arc. Make it 4 3-pointers for the Lancers.
And that's really what's keeping them in the game. We did the boys last night, Amherst and Hamburg. It was almost the same exact game that we saw. The first quarter, Hamburg has the lead all by 3-pointers that was out there, and then Amherst took it over because of what they did inside the paint.
Now on the drive, Biles back inside to Hayes, fading away. Offensive board won't go inside. The ball is now loose on the floor, tracked down by Biles. Now on to the wing. Trying to create separation, Delina Hayes into the ball game. The freshman loses control off of move shot, though. 21 on the shot clock for the O'Hara Hawks as Naima Blair checks back into the game. 2:11 left first quarter, 16-12. O'Hara in front of St. Mary's. Monsignor Murray in action tonight. Western New York Athletics. Long outlet transition. Kicked out, Kovac ready to let it fly again, and she does. Back-to-back threes for Macy, and we're back to a 1-point deficit.
I've never done a game where they've had only 3 so far with 1:50 right now left inside this first quarter. I've never seen anything like it where we haven't seen a 2-pointer from a team yet.
Macy Kovac had 4 3-pointers in the 80-55 win against Williamsville South that we saw. The Lancers had 12 as a unit. Mila Bissett had 7 to account for her 32-point game against the Billies as well. Jada
Musha, we haven't talked a lot about Joe. She's also a huge player out here, and we haven't given her the recognition she truly deserves.
Just in and out for Jada. Foul on the floor. Speaking of Musha, she had 18 points in that game against the Billies too.
She'll do it from both ends of the court. That's what I love about her game. She'll play just as intense on the defensive side of the court that she does on the offensive side. She truly is a player that goes to the next level, and you can see playing at the next level as well.
Bissett off the inbound, spins right, one-on-one against Hayes. Now kicked out, caught on the baseline, back to Bissett in the corner, ready to let it fly. It's short, but Mila gets her board. Now a fading shot won't go either, and Hayes with the big rip inside.
Hayes, just her presence down low is affecting these shots, especially when somebody gets into the paint.
And then a foul on the floor against the Lancers. Going against Jada Mushat. That's her first, team second of the quarter. Smile Walker inbounding for O'Hara, 1:13 to play. Off the inbound, here's Biles, a little too strong. Hayes with the board and the putback. Kyla Hayes with 10 points so far tonight for the Hawks, last minute of quarter number 1.
And everything's been right in front of the basket like that besides the one layup that she took.
The set just missing. Long outlet through the pressure, and then a foul going against Macy Kovac. So that is her third foul of the quarter. Both teams out with 3 fouls in this quarter.
Which shouldn't come into effect. With 50 seconds left, I don't think we'll really see any shooting. If anything, it's one shot that we're going to see because of fouls.
Kicked out to the wing with Biles. Baseline jumper short. It's tracked down by Mushat. She crosses the timeline. Lancers going left to right in this quarter. Fastball inside, just out of the reach of Reagan Lecoq. So a 2-second differential now between game clock and shot clock. 32 seconds flat on the game clock. Full court pressure once again from the Lancers. They find Naima Blair. Blair loses control and steps out of bounds.
That's the defense I talk about with Mushat right there. That's exactly what you expect when she's going to get on the court. She's going to deliver it from both sides constantly all game long.
Shot clock is off, 20 seconds in ticking. Bissett at the volleyball line, one-on-one against Delina Hayes. 3-point lead for the Hawks. Bissett uses the screen from Lacotte. Bissett on the drive. Kicks back out. Move shot. 5 seconds left. A wild pass to the corner. A little miscommunication on the pass. O'Hara ball.
Yeah, it looks like they were trying to move to try to get to an open spot. And unfortunately, the two players didn't realize they were at the same spot.
Walker gets to half court. And Mushat shot won't go to end our first quarter of play. Brought to you by our friends at Binghamton University. O'Hara leads St. Mary's 18-15. We'll be right back on Western New York Athletics.
Need an electrician? Empire Electric is your residential wiring specialist. New builds, service upgrades, lighting, generators, you name it, Empire does it with hundreds of 5-star reviews that speak for themselves. Call Empire Electric today for your free estimate.
Education has power. Binghamton University students discover it, apply it, unleash it. Unleash your education today.
And welcome back. Start of the second quarter. Cardinal O'Hara leads St. Mary's 18-15. West New York Athletics, Joe Kraus, Tom Prince. A big thanks to our entire crew. Russ Matega, our award-winning cameraman up top, and Heidi Gunther, our producer. Happy birthday tomorrow to Heidi. So great to have you all with us on this Thursday night between O'Hara and St. Mary's. This is Blair. Bounce pass inside to Hayes. Already with 10 points tonight. She turns to the basket, puts up the shot and in. And Kyla Hayes continues to roll, making a dozen tonight. She had 25 of her 34 in the big win against North Tonawanda last month. Shot won't go for Bissett from beyond the arc. Now it's Naima Blair, and a foul going against Jada Mushat, her second.
They've got to figure out, when I say that, St. Mary's keeping right now Kyla Hayes out of the paint. She's having her way down low, especially at that basket. Then flip it on the other side. Yes, it's true. There has not even been a two-pointer yet for St. Mary's. They have found it out from the outside, but you got to hope if you can keep hitting some of those threes that you're bringing the defense out to them that may open up some things down in the paint.
Another basket for Kyla Hayes. Hawks now lead by 7. Lacotte along the baseline. She turns. Now move shot. Now Macy Kovacs ready to let it fly. Too strong. Already with a pair of three-pointers tonight. Hawks in transition. This is Blair going for the layup and count it for Naima Blair.
Nice transition. Did you see that? The rebound came. You saw her take off right there, and then that was the outlet and an opportunity for an easy bucket on the other side. When you've got somebody like Hayes that you know is going to come down, win that rebound, that's exactly what you want to do as a guard so you can be able to get easy buckets on the other side.
Hawks off to a 6-0 run to start this quarter. And a foul on the floor against O'Hara. Second personal against Chelsea Elder as she heads to the bench. Bissett at the point, crosses left, back inside. Now Lacotte turns against Hayes, puts up the shot, it's short. Hayes with a long outlet to Blair, deflected out of bounds by Mila Bissett.
To me, one of the biggest things about Bissett's game that really shows that she plays much older than as a freshman is her ball handling. Do you see the ball handling skills that she's got out to be able to get herself open? That is something that she's doing as a freshman out here. That to me is what you say is, wow, this is somebody that's playing on a level of a junior, senior, and it's the ball handling, the way she can create separation and get her own shots.
Cameron Wyatt with the last foul for the Lancers. That's her first as Kyla Hayes back to the line. Going back to Mila Bissett for just a moment, Tom. Just part of what we've seen the past couple of years, this wave of talent from the underclassmen, especially the year-round play, transitioning well into the high school ball, where there is a freshman playing like a junior or senior.
And remember, they would be even stronger if they didn't have a player that's playing right now on a team that can't play in high school ball.
Three-pointer is good for Jada Mushot. First points of the quarter for the Lancers.
And still no two-point play yet.
Back inside, Hayes is short. And now it's Mushot up the floor. Swings over to Kovac. Mushot. Hand off to WNYAthletics. Now inside to Alcott, 15 on the shot clock. Now Bissett. Hesitation, now on the drive. Bissett through the defense, short on the layup. Biles with the board, then pressure from Mushot, but the ball gets to Hayes. Now a big shot from Samaya Walker from downtown. The Park transfer with the three-pointer.
Wow, she shot that from almost St. Mary's bench out there is where she almost shot that one from.
And Bissett can't respond at the other end in a battle inside a jump ball. This will stay with the Lancers.
Tell you, it's something when you come into this gym and you just look at state championship banners all over the place. It is an intimidating factor to come in to see that kind of dominance when you walk into the gym.
Now on the drive, a running shot and good for Alana McGriff. Now with 4 points in the game for her, it's a double-digit lead for the Hawks. Timeout, St. Mary's with 5:06 left in the second quarter. We'll step aside as well. You're watching Western New York Athletics. Our timeouts brought to you by Dan Cha-Cha Injury Attorneys.
Just results.
Your life can change in an instant after an injury. You need a trusted partner at your side. Hi, I'm Dan Cha-Cha. At Dan Cha-Cha Injury Attorneys, we're here to help you navigate the challenges you'll face. Our dedicated team fights tirelessly for your rights, ensuring you get the compensation you deserve. Don't worry, Cha-Cha's got you. Call Dan Cha-Cha Injury Attorneys today for a free consultation. Your injury is our priority.
Call 648-3030. Just results.
Explore your next idea. Blaze new trails. Imagine new ways to do things.
Kelly McCauley taking a timeout as her Lancers are trailing by 11.
There's still one thing I haven't talked about, Joe, that has to be done. You know this is a big game when Coach McCauley comes out with those moon boots. She was ready. She knew this was a big one.
And a baseline jumper won't go for WNYAthletics. Now this is McGriff.
And we say that jokingly because before the game, when we came out and talked to both coaches, Coach O'Neill goes, "You can't do this. You can't break out the moon boots in this game."
Always good to see. Of course, we mentioned Kelly McCauley, the former assistant with Nick O'Neill the last 3 years, the camaraderie when one coach takes the opportunity to go to the next step.
And it's been great. All smiles here, too, because of it. And she got her ring tonight, too, because of that, too. She was on coaching on that team where they got the rings.
Three-point shot won't go for the Lancers. Blair on the baseline. Inside to Biles. Puts up the shot. Won't go. Good box out from the Lancers. Halfway through the second quarter. Bissett losing control. Mushot briefly had it. And now it's still in transition. Going to stay with the Lancers as Biles made the pass, got a little shaken up on the play, but will be Lancers ball trailing 29-18.
Be very interesting to see what's going to be talked about at halftime, especially on St. Mary's side, because they're still in this game and they haven't been able to even get inside yet. So what's going to happen? What's going to change? How is Coach McCauley going to open this up for her team?
Bissett short on the jumper. And then last touch by Cameron Wannett, so Hawks possession. Full court press again from the Lancers. McGriff kicks out to Biles. Off of Lacotte. McGriff on the inbound. Quick pass. Walker with a long three. Won't go. Ball loose. Dragged down by Bissett. Slows it down briefly. Now it's Moonshot. Kick to the corner to Kovac. She slides up. Back to Moonshot. Kicked over to Wannett. Now to the corner with Lacotte. Quick passing and transitioning from the Lancers. Deep three for Bissett, and she knocks it down. Mila Bissett, her second triple of the game.
7 3-pointers for the 21. Still no 2-point play. 3 minutes left inside the half right now.
Bissett going inside to Lacotte. Against McGriff, kicked out, back to Bissett. Now Moonshot, one step and back, shot won't go. And a board and a foul in transition against Cameron Wannett, her second.
I thought that was going to be the first 2-pointer, especially when Lacotte was down that low. I was waiting for her to see if she could make a move to somehow make a turnaround and get that shot up. Wasn't able to do it. Good defense again by Cardinal O'Hara. But it really has been the defense of Cardinal O'Hara down in the paint that is the biggest difference. And then also what they're doing offensively in the paint is the other part of it.
McGriff turns, now Kyla Hayes. Hayes steps in for the jumper, too strong. Bissett with the board. Her Lancers wearing the dark blue jerseys, trailing by 8. Bissett short on the layup. Tight defense from Biles. Now it's Blair in transition. Blair through the defense and called for a travel.
Thought Bissett just needed to finish that one out there. It was almost like had a little bit of contact, didn't go through to finish it. Needs to finish that one out to be able to put 2 more points up on the board and also be the first 2-pointer.
Bissett at the point. Crosses left, kick to the corner. Now Moonshot back to the corner. Shot on the way for Bissett. Can't get it to go. Ball bounces into the corner. And Kovac steps on the paint.
Tell you, the other thing Cardinal O'Hara is doing, Coach O'Neill's doing real well. You see the subbing? He's had more subbing than anybody. He's getting fresh legs in and out of the game right there, especially because you're seeing how fast this pace has been up and down the court.
8 players suited up tonight for the Hawks as Blair kicks over to Aubrey Hummel, and now it's a off of Moonshot.
And 8 players, everyone has entered the game. You can see they've all been in the game at one point. That's him being able to use the bench, be able to make sure he's resting his players, especially because of the pace of a game. When you have that much pace, you've got to be able to make sure they get some sort of rest. And he's doing a great job of being able to exchange in and out players.
Quick discussion between the officials.
The other thing, only 6 points this entire quarter so far for St. Mary's. For the quarter 4, flip it on the other side for Cardinal O'Hara. 11 points quarter right now for Cardinal O'Hara. Both teams playing great defense.
In the corner, shot won't go. Hummel with the offensive board. And deflected off of Kovac. So this will stay with the Hawks. This is Blair. Pass deflected. It's a battle for the ball inside between Hummel and Olivia Was. And it'll be possession for St. Mary's with 1:36 to go.
That deflection was Moonshot. Again, on the defensive side of the ball, very active. That's what you want. Hands up, being active. Try to be able to cut down any passing lane that you can.
Bissett through the traffic, puts up the shot and in, and there's our first basket inside of the game for the Lancers. Mila Bissett now with 8 in the ballgame.
1:23 of the second quarter is the first two-pointer of the game.
And then the defense from the Lancers causing a Hawks turnover, only trailing by 6.
If I would have said that to you, okay, there's only been one two-pointer by St. Mary's with 1:23 left in the half, and they're only down by 6, would you believe me before that game I said that?
I probably wouldn't. No.
There's no way anybody would have.
Another quick substitution from the Hawks. Very young Hawks team this season with 6 freshmen on the roster. Now to the outside, Moose shot for 3, and it's good. Jada Moose shot with her second triple, and we're back to a 3-point game, last minute of the half. Now Kyla Hayes on the drive. Hayes through the defense, puts up the shot, it's short. Moose shot with the board. Moose shot up the floor. Through the traffic, looks left. Olivia Was recovers, a bounce pass to Bissett. 18 on the shot clock. Bissett, one-on-one against Elder. Bissett through the defense, putting up too much on the glass. But the Hawks in transition. This is Biles, the open layup, and good. Last 25 seconds before the break. Bissett up top, one-on-one against Michaela Biles. Freshman on freshman, 15 seconds to go. Bissett still winding down the clock, 10 seconds. Now she calls for the screen. She gets it, she goes on the drive. Swings over to Moose shot, 4 seconds. Moose shot for 3, and it's in! You betcha! Miss America, Jada Moose shot before the break. It's a 2-point deficit going into the half for the St. Mary's Lancers.
Joe, we picked a gem to be at. Boy, what a game we got here. I'll tell you, Moose shot, I think she was going to go into the stands to shoot that one. She was going farther and farther back. Unbelievable what we've seen. This has been a 3-point clinic on the other way. And flip it over Cardinal O'Hara's side. It's been a clinic on how to go down into the paint and use your big right there to be able to score. Unbelievable what we've seen so far in this first half.
9 3-pointers. 9 3-pointers for St. Mary's at the half. And for Kyla Hayes, 14 points in the half for O'Hara. O'Hara leads 31-29. Our first half brought to you by David University. We'll step aside and bring you more from Tonawanda after this on Western New York Athletics.
Need an electrician? Empire Electric is your residential wiring specialist. New builds, service upgrades, lighting, generators, you name it, Empire does it with hundreds of 5-star reviews that speak for themselves. Call Empire Electric today for your free estimate.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics.
Or an efficient personal approach for all of your transportation needs. More information about our Buffalo office is available at logisticsplus.com/Buffalo.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Just results.
Your life can change in an instant after an injury. You need a trusted partner at your side. Hi, I'm Dan Chacha. At Dan Chacha Injury Attorneys, we're here to help you navigate the challenges you'll face. Our dedicated team fights tirelessly for your rights, ensuring you get the compensation you deserve. Don't worry, Chacha's got you. Call Dan Chacha Injury Attorneys today for a free consultation. Your injury is our priority.
Call 648-3030, just results.
Look, Patriot account is not going to close itself. Looks like you're going to be here late again. I need this by morning.
Oh no, not again. My son has a football game tonight.
At WNYAthletics.com. You can thank me later.
WNYAthletics. Your home for high school sports.
Yes. Western New York Immediate Care. Since 2005, our hometown urgent care walk-in clinics have been committed to providing the highest quality urgent care for the Western New York community, with 4 convenient locations in Amherst, Buffalo, Depew, and Orchard Park. We are open every day, including holidays. Walk-ins welcome or reserve a time. We have on-site labs and x-rays, and you'll always see an in-person provider. Visit WNYImmediatecare.com.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For more information, visit www.paulwolfagency.com.
Seek your next adventure. Make your next memory. Explore your next connection. What will you do next?
Were you injured in a car accident? Or were you injured on the job? Don't wait. Call your patient coordinator, Tom Prince, at 716-771-9690. One of the hardest things to do is to find a physician that accepts no-fault car insurance or workers' compensation insurance. Let your patient coordinator help you find the physicians that can get you on the road to recovery.
We are proud to serve our country, to serve our local communities, to wear the uniform, to be a soldier, to serve abroad when and where duty calls. We are ready to stand with our brothers and sisters to defend, to serve, to fight. We're always ready, we're always there. We are the New York Army National Guard.
Yeah, welcome back to Tonawanda. Moments away from the start of the second half between Cardinal O'Hara and St. Mary's. We have ourselves a 2-point ball game. O'Hara leads St. Mary's 31-29. Joe Kraus, Tom Prince, and the gang with you tonight from Tonawanda as we take a look at the halftime stats. And this is staggering. You said it on the broadcast, Tom. It took it till the 1:23 mark of the second quarter before the Lancers got their first basket inside the paint. 9 3-pointers. And you said as well, a totally different style of play compared to the Hawks going inside. Only 1 made three-pointer, 2 made three-pointers in the first half. Kyla Hayes with 14 points to lead all scorers in this one. How do you adjust if you're Coach McCauley, if you're Coach O'Neill?
There is one adjustment Coach McCauley actually was about doing inside that second quarter. If you noticed, St. Mary's was attacking the boards much better and only giving Cardinal O'Hara one-shot opportunities. Because if you remember in the first quarter when Hayes had 10, she was getting second, third chances. Everything was right under the basket. She was getting every one of those rebounds. Second quarter, that wasn't happening. Hence, you saw only 4 points right there for Hayes inside that second quarter. That was a good adjustment right there from St. Mary's. But you've got to figure out a way to open up that lane a little bit. And you're hoping right now that one adjustment is that defense comes out a little bit more to try to stop some of these threes. Because if you do that, some of those lanes may open up and some of those things in the paint may open up just because of what the defense is doing to try to stop the three-point shot that's out there. That is hopefully the hope of St. Mary's. Obviously, we saw it came out. I think Coach O'Neill loves what he saw in the first half. He just said, is like, listen, they hit three-pointers, and some of them were out, in, you know what I mean, at half court the way they were shooting them out here. So you can adjust that because most coaches will say, and we said it earlier on, you're not going to see that three-point last all game like that. They dry up at one point that's out there. So keep playing the defense that you're doing. Keep doing how we're doing, because if that dries up at all, we're winning down low in the paint, and that should be the separation factor going into the second half.
So we got 2 minutes left before the halftime tip. We'll step aside for just a brief moment. We'll be right back for the second half. O'Hara and St. Mary's on Western New York Athletics.
Western New York Immediate Care. Since 2005, our hometown urgent care walk-in clinics have been committed to providing the highest quality urgent care for the Western New York community, with 4 convenient locations in Amherst, Buffalo, Depew, and Orchard Park. We are open every day, including holidays. Walk-ins welcome or reserve a time. We have on-site labs and x-rays, and you'll always see an in-person provider. Visit WNYAthletics.com.
Just results.
Your life can change in an instant after an injury. You need a trusted partner at your side. Hi, I'm Dan Chacha. At Dan Chacha Injury Attorneys, we're here to help you navigate the challenges you'll face. Our dedicated team fights tirelessly for your rights, ensuring you get the compensation you deserve. Don't worry, Chacha's got you. Call Dan Chacha Injury Attorneys today for a free consultation. Your injury is our priority.
Call 648-3030. Just results.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics.
For an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs, more information.
More coverage of Section 6 action coming to you tomorrow night from West York Athletics. We'll be back on the hardwood, starting with a girls hoops matchup, Clymer at Maple Grove at 6 p.m. on the NFHS Network, followed by at 7 p.m. on the boys' side, Williamsville East and Williamsville South. Our Friday night lights game of the week brought to you by WNYAthletics Create and WBFO. That is coming to you tomorrow from West York Athletics. Welcome back to start of the second half. Joe Kraus, Tom Prince, Russ Matega, our cameraman, Heidi Gunther, our producer. And be sure to check out the write-up from Tony Furell later tonight from all the action here at West York Athletics. The first possession won't go for O'Hara. And now it's the Lancers trailing by 2. Emila Bissett swings over to Lakai. Now a baseline three-pointer won't go. Offensive board for Bissett. Bissett turns. Crosses left, step back three on the way. You betcha for Mila Bissett, her third of the game.
And that gives her 11 right now. It's the first double-digit player here for St. Mary's.
And I believe the first lead of the game for the Lancers, but not for long as Kyla Hayes responds.
That's not fair. When she goes out and can do that, go in and out, do that, she makes herself that much more dangerous on the court.
34-32, O'Hara. Lakai swings over to Kovac. She turns, fires for three, won't go. Offensive board inside, wanted, it is short. And it's tracked down by McGriff.
That may be the most offensive rebounds we've seen from St. Mary's so far in this game, and they do it back-to-back possessions.
And then the pressure from Moosshot, but it gets back to the Hawks. Walker knocks it down, her second of the game. Talk about the effort, though, from Jada Moosshot in the court. It goes right to the O'Hara player. She kicks it out. It's a 5-point O'Hara lead.
I'll tell you, Walker, what a great shot she's had. She came off the bench with some big points already.
Offensive cleanup and good for Reagan Lacotte.
This looks like a different team on the offensive boards right now. They are crashing the boards, and that is a big reason why that Cardinal O'Hara got off to the big lead early on. This could be something they could really learn from right here to be able to try to finish this game.
Blair, baseline jumper, too strong. Hayes gets the cleanup, and she will go to the line.
Looks like to take a deep breath, and all of a sudden, Hayes has got a chance to have 20 points up on the board just like that. She does it from 3 and then says, you know what, I'm going to go back to where I've been dangerous all game, go down low, and then give my chance for a 3-point play.
So Kyla Hayes at the line. The senior knocks down the free throw. Now at 20 points in the ball game, and has officially passed Joelle Connolly, the 2008 graduate from Pioneer, for 9th all-time in Section 6 scoring with 2,301 points and counting. Lancers try to respond, trailing by 6. Move shot on the wing, wide open, can't get it to fall. Now it's Walker. Now Hayes, kick to the corner. McGriff, lay a fly in the corner. It won't go. Board inside for Biles and in. Michaela Biles heating up too, now with 11 tonight. Bissett inside, Lacotte. Now back to Bissett. Bissett crosses, step back 3 on the way on the right side and gets the bounce in. Neil Bissett now with 4 trays in the game.
You're not supposed to get that bounce away, right? That's exactly what Cardinal O'Hara is. That's supposed to be our bounce.
And then Walker can't respond as Biles soaring in, can't get the ball back in bounds. Back and forth, just approaching 3 minutes into the third quarter. Move shot inside, Kovac turns, fires, just in and out. Offensive board for Lacotte, at least her 3rd in this quarter. And then a travel against Bouchot.
She knew it too. She went up and down. That's one you're just hoping you get away with, or that foot just stay down on the floor as you went up on your tippy toe is what you're hoping for.
Delina Hayes, the freshman, now running the point. Swings over to Kyla Hayes. Kyla on the drive, loses control. It's kicked to the corner. 15 on the shot clock. Delina Hayes on the wing, short on the three-pointer. A board into the corner, tracked down by McGriff. It goes inside to McGriff, and then it's a steal for Emila Bissett. A long outlet to Kovac on the run, and good for Macy. First bucket of the half for Macy Kovac, now with 8, and it's back to a 3-point game. 42-39 O'Hara. As we said, the Lancers haven't knocked off the Hawks in a whopping 6 years. Back in the same gym. It's a steal for Jana Bouchot. Has the open space and good. And we're back to a 1-point game.
This is a tale of 2 halves when you look at the way the St. Mary's team is playing.
Kyla Hayes can't get it to go. A board from McGriff. Coach McCauley wide over the back call. And then it's tracked down by Kovac. Now Bissett swings to the corner. Move shot on the baseline. Goes up, too strong. Staying in bounds to Lacotte. To a cutting Bissett. Bissett, a runner, too strong, and tracked down by Kyla Hayes. Hayes kicks to the corner. Give and go with Kyla Hayes going to the right side up. Count the basket for Kyla Hayes.
Before, though, I get to Kyla Hayes again going for an in-1 opportunity, you got to give Lacotte credit. She's been the one crashing the boards right now. Another offensive rebound for her on the other side. And you can see, within right now, just with 3:20 left inside the third period, she has had more offensive rebounds than the entire team had in the first half. That's the kind of job that she's doing and the adjustment she's made to help her team.
The old-fashioned three-point play is good for Hayes. Timeout O'Hara, and we'll step aside as well. With 3:20 to play the third quarter, a timeout once again brought to you by Dan Cha Cha Injury Attorneys. We'll be right back.
Just results.
Your life can change in an instant after an injury. You need a trusted partner at your side. Hi, I'm Dan Chacha. At Dan Chacha Injury Attorneys, we're here to help you navigate the challenges you'll face. Our dedicated team fights tirelessly for your rights, ensuring you get the compensation you deserve. Don't worry, Chacha's got you. Call Dan Chacha Injury Attorneys today for a free consultation. Your injury is our priority.
Call 648-3030. Just results.
Explore your next idea. Blaze new trails. Imagine
3:20 left in this third quarter. Mila Bissett at the point. Off to a strong start in this contest again. Here's Lacotte up top. Bissett running in for the board, and she will go to the line. You just mentioned, Tom, coming out of this second half, it's been a different look on the offensive glass for St. Mary's.
That's really why they're still in this game, because they've been crashing the boards and really giving themselves easier opportunities that we've seen Cardinal O'Hara do this entire game. That is a big adjustment. We really, in fact, besides Bissett hitting a couple of those threes, we haven't seen the three barrage so far in the second half that we saw inside the first half.
Bissett at the line for shot number 2. And she knocks down both. 14 in the ball game for Mila. 8 in this half alone so far. 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. One possession game. Kyla Hayes finds her shot and knocks it down. Wide open on the wing.
That's when you just start bowing, right? That's how good she really is, and she's showing it all over the court.
And a deflection, it stays with Lacotte. The double team, a steal for McGriff, and then a foul in transition.
They are letting them play today, we'll say that. You could really see it's been a very aggressive style, both teams, and they are letting them play out there.
McGriff to the corner. DeBile saves it for Blair. Then a foul against Mila Bissett, her first tonight.
By the way, what a save by Biles. Did you see that? She did almost a no-look pass up in the air that she dropped it down to make sure it stayed in bounds to get that ball over to Blair. What a great job to make sure that didn't go out of bounds.
Blair kicks to the corner, 3 ball on the way, and it's good. Once again from Samaya Walker.
She's got a nice shot from outside. And boy, how much more dangerous does that make it? You want to double down, you want to make sure things happen in the paint? Well, go ahead, because we're going to kick it out outside, and Walker's going to hit the threes.
Now it's Moonshot. Moonshot one-on-one against Blair. Now Kovacs from deep. Won't go aboard for McGriff. McGriff quickly over that timeline, bumped from behind by Lacotte. The ball swings to Hayes, she turns, fires. It won't go. Tracked down by Bissett. On the far side, Lanterns going right to left of your dial in this third quarter. They're trailing by 8. The Lancers clawed their way back, though, out of halftime as it goes in and out for Bissett. Then a steal for Bissett in our wheelhouse. The ball, she tracks it down. Bissett inside. Now turning Lacotte, the jumper, it's short. In transition to Walker, the extra pass to the running Hayes, and it is good. Another big quarter for Kyla Hayes. Last minute of the quarter, Bissett off the glass and in.
That's 28 for Hayes is what it is.
.45 seconds left. And a travel is called.
Hayes comes out with 10 in the first quarter. She only has 4 in the second only, we say 4, right? 14, and she's matched that 14 right now inside the third quarter, giving her 28 right now.
Bissett at the point. Sigler teammates to spread out. One-on-one against Walker. and a foul on the floor before Bissett accelerates, going against Samaya Walker, her first. Second foul of the quarter for the Hawks as well. Kovacs the inbound. Tracked down, knocked out of bounds, and Coach O'Neill gets a souvenir.
Did you see what Coach O'Neill did? He actually caught it and then was going to do like a pass as he could lead her to the basket. That was awesome.
Bissett, one-on-one against Walker, puts up the shot. She wanted a foul, and then good hustle in the corner from Wannet, but it will be Hawks ball.
Coach McCauley wasn't happy. He thought that she thought that Bissett was fouled also, was saying it. And I like what the ref did. It did not call it technical. She wanted to say something and just said, you know, like, listen, that was my opportunity, and then everything got quiet, which was great. And I love how that ref handled that.
Kyla Hayes once again inside. Make it 30 points tonight for Kyla. She goes back to the line, winding down in this third quarter.
And like I said, we're only through the third quarter at this point. We still got another quarter, and it's still within a 10-point game at this point. So it's not like she's coming out of the game. She's going to keep playing with a chance to put up some more big points.
Make it 31 for the St. John's commit. She heads to the bench as Aubrey Hummel returns with 10.6 seconds left in the third quarter. Bissett. Kovacs fires for three, won't go. Ball tracked down, 2 seconds left. The outlet here is Walker on the run, and it won't go, says the official.
Joe, that was close. That could have gone either way on that one. Wow.
Basket is no good, says the official, but we'll head to our fourth quarter. Hold on to your hats. Don't touch the dial. Our third quarter brought to you by Logistics Plus of Buffalo. Get ready for the fourth on Western New York Athletics.
Western New York Immediate Care. Since 2005, our hometown urgent care walk-in clinics have been committed to providing the highest quality urgent care for the Western New York community. With 4 convenient locations in Amherst, Buffalo, Depew, and Orchard Park. We are open every day, including holidays. Walk-ins welcome or reserve a time. We have on-site labs and x-rays, and you'll always see an in-person provider. Visit WNYAthletics.com.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus.
Start of the fourth quarter. The Lancers once again trailing by double digits. This time 56-45. 3 ball on the wing from Wannet. Won't go. A caught. Swings over to Mushat with a corner 3. Won't go either on the left side. Then off of the transition off of Lacotte, so it'll be Hawks ball. What a game we've had tonight so far, Tom Prince.
Really have. And it really has been the Kyla Hayes show, though. It just shows why she's playing Division I basketball at the next level next year. You're seeing exactly why and more in this game.
Lady Hawks outscoring the Lancers 25-16 in the third quarter as Hayes goes up again and count it. As we said already, 9th all-time in scoring in Western New York history. Getting close to Mara Maycock for 8th all-time. Still a little ways to go.
So she'd need 46 in this game to get to that, right? Well, I'm going to tell you, she's at 33 right now. We may see it happen. 34.
3-point play is good for Kyla Hayes. Back inside. Now Mushat. Kicks to the corner. Want it. Ready to let it fly. Hits the side of the backboard. And here come the Hawks once again. Flair in transition, a lot of contact, and it will be Lancer's ball. Good to see the camaraderie once again after the collision.
Calling timeout to tie a shoe is what they're doing. So Hayes had to just tie her shoe. That's why they called that timeout. Kick it back right out here to take the ball out of bounds.
Bissett at the point. Just over 7 minutes to play. Swings over to Kovac. Bounce pass to Bissett. One-on-one with Samaya Walker. Bissett crosses left. Keeping the crosses. 8 on the shot clock. Turns. This is wanted. Now to the corner. Lacotte with 4 to shoot. Bounce pass to Moose shot. 2 left. Bissett putting up a prayer. And it's in for Mila Bissett. Just beating the shot clock. And this isn't over yet. Down to a 9-point game.
Every time you think it is, St. Mary's will go on some sort of three-point barrage, and they're all of a sudden back in it. See if this is the beginning of another barrage.
Here's Walker, too strong. Batted off of Mushot's right hand. Mila Bissett now with 5 3-pointers tonight, 3 in this half.
19 points. She's on the verge of also crossing over into the 20-point area. Though Hayes is over, not only crossed the 20, she's crossed the 30 threshold and about very close to going over the 40 threshold.
Already with 34, as this is a steal for Moonshot going up and in. Count the basket for Jada Moonshot, continuing to roll now with 13 for the senior. Back to a 9-point game. Hayes short, and an offensive board inside for Alana McGriff.
And Moonshot, remember, that was the defense that led to her offense. A big steal that led to points.
And then Mila Bichette does it once again. We said she had 7 against Williamsville South. She has 6 tonight.
And 22 on the overall points.
And then Kyla Hayes says not so fast. Back inside now with 36 in the game. O'Hara leads by 10. Doesn't feel like a 10-point game, however. This is Kovac. Swings to the corner. Now Bissett on the drive. Bissett goes up through the contact. Can't get it to go.
And you're right, it doesn't feel like a 10-point game. That happened mid-third quarter. It's been close the entire time. It was mid-third quarter that we saw a little bit of a pull away.
And then inside, it's for McGriff. Back-to-back buckets for the junior. 65-53. Then a stoppage well before the shot went in for Bissett.
They're going to say out of bounds, so they're going to say it wasn't even a shooting foul. They're going to say it happened out on the floor, and that's why they're going to take it out of bounds underneath the basket.
Second foul against Samaya Walker with 5:02 to play. Bissett, right corner 3, just won't go. Hayes in transition, finds Walker. Walker inside for the layup, and it is good for Samaya Walker.
She's in double digits now. That's 11 for her.
Back inside, too much for Kovac. McGriff with the board. Now Biles, corner 3 for Walker, won't go. Offline that time. It is Kovac over the timeline, 4:25 to play. Bissett inside, and a carry is called against Mila Bissett.
She had a hesitation move. I thought that she didn't carry on it, but obviously I'm not at the right angle to be able to see that. But that's where the carry came in, as you saw when she did the hesitation.
Steal for Lacotte. She finds Bissett on the run, going up and good is Jada Moonshot. Bringing this back to a 12-point deficit. 4 minutes to play. Just out of the reach of Michaela Biles.
And this pace hasn't stopped here inside this fourth quarter. You can see it's been a very high tempo pace. Both teams trying to keep that pace as high as they can right now.
Bissett crosses the timeline. Under 4 minutes left. Kovac fires for 3. It won't go. Gets to the hands of her teammate. Now it's back to Mouchot. Now Lacotte back inside to Cameron Wannett. Give and go. Wannett fires the corner 3 offline. Now it's Blair. Going upstairs a little too high for Kyla Hayes.
Yeah, she needed a couple more inches on that one to be able to go up and get that one.
Bissett uses the screen. Little poke, now shot on the run and good for Mila Bissett. Brought down to 10. Coach McCauley says we need a stop on defense, but in transition, Kyla Hayes goes up, and it is good once again for Kyla Hayes. Now Bissett. Kovac fires for 3, and it's good for Macy, her first triple since the first quarter. Back to a 9-point deficit. Hayes inside on the run, too strong. 69-60 O'Hara with 2:45 to play. First of 2 meetings in the regular season, the next February 13th in Lancaster, as Walker with the big swat inside. And then a big poke swat away by Reagan Lacotte. Thursday, February 13th at St. Mary's, round 2 between the Hawks and the Lancers, man-oh-man.
We were man-oh-man before we even got to this one. We're already saying is, wow, what can part 2 look like? And we may see part 3 because you'll see it in the Monsignor Martin playoffs.
That's right. Hayes, they're in a double team, 15 on the shot clock. Hayes along the baseline, goes up inside and good for Kyla Hayes. 2:10 to play. Bissett to the corner, Mouchot fires just in and out. One-handed grab, now tracked down by Lacotte, goes inside and count the basket for Jada Mouchot, who has continued to impress tonight.
17 for her right there as well. And that was with no points in the first quarter that she had. Had 9 with 3 different three-pointers in that second, had a 2-pointer in the third quarter, and then has 6 right now to be able to put herself with those points.
Two-minute warning. Free throw won't go. Kyla Hayes up to 40 points tonight. 26 of her 40 in this second half. Hayes crosses. Hayes goes inside, and a foul on the floor.
So think about it. If she doesn't score any more points, let's just say that for the sake of this argument, she's only going to have 8 points to move up another spot in Western New York women's basketball history.
Walker swings over to Blair. Back inside. Biles, now Blair again. Blair inside. On bounce pass to steal for Mouchot. Goes up the floor. And good, making this a 7-point game. Now it's Hayes. Minute 20 left. Hayes inside. Goes up and good. Make it 42 tonight for Kyla Hayes. Now Bissett with 1:10 to play. Bissett through a defense, little floater on the run, it's short. Now kicked out to the corner. Corner 3, Olivia won't go. And then a foul in transition against Mila Bissett.
This pace has been nonstop. It really has. It has been up and down. You really haven't seen an offense get set because it's been constant pace back and forth, and it's been a quick go to the basket right there, or a three-pointer, or it's been a steal to go into transition. But really, this pace has just been absolutely crazy right here inside the fourth quarter.
Last minute of play, back inside, it is good for Michaela Biles. Bissett crosses, step back three on the way, it won't go. Lacotte with the board. Bissett inside, back out in a travel against Cameron Waddett. So might coming up later tonight on our social media platforms. We'll have the winning coach and our players of the game.
And Joe's going to have that interview with Cardinal O'Hara as this one looks like how it's going to finish out.
Back inside to Blair, and it is good. Last 20 seconds of play. Bissett on the run, puts up the shot, and good for Mila. Last 10 seconds to go. This is McGriff. Al Hayes, 5 seconds left. Wild pass into the bench. 3.5 to go. Now Bissett, 2 seconds, one last shot. Won't go. And Cardinal O'Hara make it 17 straight against St. Mary's, 77-66 the final. Kyla Hayes with a game high 42.
Just unbelievable to watch what we witnessed from her tonight. She just was incredible, especially when she got anywhere inside that paint to be able to turn around, to put it up off the glass and in. She really put on a clinic today of how to play down low basketball and be a big down low.
Once again, our final score, Cardinal O'Hara moves to 4-0 in Monsignor Martin play, 77-66 the final. Big thanks to all of our sponsors, our entire crew. For Tom Prince, I'm Joe Kraus. Thanks for watching Western New York Athletics.